All right, good morning. Happy March Madness. Thank you so much for joining us at Pilates Cure on our on demand. If you're joining us live or on the recording, welcome. I'm super excited about this class today. One is because it's March Madness. And with the March Madness, if you're not familiar with that in the Pilates world, they take the 33 traditional Joseph Pilates moves and break them down for one every day of the month. We, of course, are not going to get through all 33 of those moves today. We're going to try to do a little 35-minute class here, a little bit shorter, to get you through some of my favorite moves. But the second thing that I'm super excited about is that we have a lot of our instructors from Pilates Cure here joining me. I'm super excited. I'm going to do a quick intro, so y'all just deal with me for a second. On the front here is Andrea. She's our owner. I'm sure y'all all know her. On the caddy up there is Megan. She's one of our instructors. And then Patty right here. And then in the corner over here is our beautiful Val. She's one of our clients here whom we absolutely adore and love. So, and then of course, I'm Melissa. I'm going to be leading the class today. Real quick, before you do any of this, honor your body through this class. I'm going to do a quick flow. We're going to move from one move to the other. So honor your body, listen to your body. If there's a move that's just not right for you, take a break. Take a stretch, or you can always go back to the hundreds, right? Who doesn't need more hundreds in their life? We can just keep going back to those over and over. So remember that, stick with it, honor your body. And with that, we are going to get moving. All right. So all you need is a mat, and we're going to go ahead and head down to the mat. All right. The first move we're going to start with is the hundreds. Yay. All right. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and then just go ahead and roll yourself back onto your mat. Two different ways you can go into this. I'm going to go into the advanced ways. I'm sure someone else will go into the tabletop way. So advanced way is legs straight out, arms straight down onto the mat. You can always do bent knee and then come into your tabletop in that position here. We're going to take a big breath here. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a big breath for me. Inhale. Bring those legs up to tabletop, and then we're going to exhale, roll up to the tips of the shoulders, float the legs, and then we're going to start to pump the arms. I want you to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really think about that rib to hip connection. Squeeze those heels and glutes. Good. Make sure you're breathing. And I want you to do big pumps. With the mat Pilates, I want you to think you have springs under your hands and you're really trying to pump hard. Good. We're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 50. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 60. Keep breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 70. Stay curl high and out. 2, 3, 4, 80. Out, 2, 3, 4, 90. Last set here, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Reach the arms up, lower the legs down. I want you to take those arms overhead. Next move we're going into is the roll up. Take a big breath for me. Inhale, exhale, arms come up to the sky. Pull that rib cage in and down. Legs can stay straight or bent knee. You're going to take a big breath. Inhale, exhale, chin to the chest. Roll all the way up. Reach for the toes. And then you're going to slowly tuck that all the way down. You can always do bent knee. You can roll it all the way down and back. We're going to do that 4 more times. So know your modification here. If you need to do bent knee, roll up. If you don't want to do any of it, you can just do small little roll backs and roll right back up here. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Squeeze those glutes. Press those heels into the mat. We have 3 more. Inhale, exhale, chin to the chest. Roll up, 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 up. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, tuck each vertebra at a time all the way down to the mat. Last 2, big breath, inhale, exhale. You'll know I can't count, so, and then reach. Last one. Big breath here, use your breath, shoulders back and down, away from the ears as you roll all the way up. And then we're gonna float this one all the way back down to the mat, one at a time, and then float the arms down beside you. We're going into single leg circles here. Open the legs up hip distance for me. I want you to flex the feet and push the heels into the mat. I want the knees and the feet pointed straight up to the sky. You're in your neutral pelvis, so your hip bones and pubic bone are on the same plane here. Arms are nice and anchored beside you. We're going to take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale. come up to tabletop on that right leg, reach it straight up to the sky. Think about that left leg, really press it into the mat. We're going to inhale right leg over and then sweep it down and around and up. You can always do this bent knee and sweep it around and up. You can always bend the left leg and sweep it around and up. Last 3 in this direction. Really focus on the stability of the hips, trying to stay evenly weighted in the hips. Last one, we're going to pause here, reverse, drop it down, around, and up. Keeping that rib cage pulling in and down. Think about your breath. Use that exhale to pull it around. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then lower that leg straight down to the mat. Big breath. Inhale. Here we go. Anchor that heel down as you bring that left leg up. Inhale. Same thing. Over center. Drop it down, around, and up. Over center, down, around, and up. Trying to keep the hips stable, the rib cage in and down, the upper body nice and relaxed. Use those upper arms. Last 2 in this direction. Last 1. And now reverse that. Down, around, and then sweep it up. Use that core to pull that leg up and around. Last 2. Last 1. And then drop it all the way down. Good. You're going to either bend the knees and then roll it all the way in, or just drag both those legs up. You're going to hug those knees into your chest. And here, I am going to stay imprinted today. You can decide which way. Some people will do this in a neutral pelvis. I like to stay imprinted. It gives me a little bit more flexibility in my hips. Completely up to you. If you're imprinted, stay imprinted the whole time. I want you to take a big breath for me. Inhale and exhale, roll up. We're going into a single leg stretch. Think of the shoulders. Can you curl up half an inch more without keeping those shoulders up to the ears? Right leg is going to stay in. We're going to extend that left leg out. The lower you go, the harder. So you decide where you want that. I want you to take the right hand to the outside of the ankle, left hand to the inside, and I want you to curl up even higher. Try to stay that high as you switch, hold. Here we go. We're going to take it for 2 and 2. We're going for 8, ladies. 4, 4, 5. Stay curled high. Pull that belly in. Last 2 sets. Last 1. Pull both in. Hold. Grab the back of the thighs. You ready? Use the back of those thighs to use those hands. Roll up. We're going straight into rolling. All right. Rolling like a ball. Different things you can do here. You can always make it a big position. You can make it tiny, right? You decide what feels best for you. You don't have to roll. You can just round back and come back up again. All right. I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller today. So I'm going to grab at my ankles. And all I want you to do first is pull those shoulders back and down. And I want you to see if you can balance on your sits bones. So find that balance where those feet are off the mat. Pull the shoulders down, tuck the head. The goal is to keep the same distance between the chest and the knees the whole time. Use your core, shoulders down. You're going to roll back, but not on your neck. Let's go. We take it back. Exhale, roll it right back up. See if you can balance. And we take it back. Exhale, use that belly and roll up and balance. And we take it back. And we're trying not to roll all over our mat. Trying to iron out that spine. So good for us. Shoulders down and away. Use that breath. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. You're going to balance on this last one if you can for me. Come up, balance. Hold it. Beautiful. Grab behind the thighs. Slowly roll that back down to your mat. Good. We're going to hug both knees in. We're going into double leg here. Always take your head down if you need a break, right? You can do different things with your arms too. You don't have to reach over your head on this. Squeeze those inner thighs. I'm back to imprinted here. You're going to take a big breath. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, and then exhale, sweep them in. You can keep the arms right by your side and then exhale, pull it right back in. Whichever feels best for you here. Find that inner thigh squeeze, find that glute squeeze, find that rib to hip connection. Reach those arms, exhale, pull it in. Stay curled high. Good. Last 3. Y'all doing all right back there? Y'all are quiet. Last 1. And then in, and then roll that head back. All right, next move we're going to go into is bridges. I'm going to have somebody, if they are willing to volunteer, to do the advanced movement of bridge. Anybody ready to volunteer to have your hands under your hips? I will. All right, we'll let Andrea do it today. All right, so you can follow along with Andrea, or you can stay with me. I'm going to take my hands down by my side. My feet are parallel hip distance. Take a big breath for me. All we're going to do is just 3 regular lift bridges, nothing crazy yet, and then we're going to add on. Think of the press down of the arms. Take a big breath for me. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift it up. See if you can keep that rib to hip connection. Don't flare in that rib cage, and then tap lower right back down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift it up, and then tap back down. Last one like this, squeeze, lift it up, and then tap back down. All right, we're going to add on here. We're going to take a big breath. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift up, find your bridge. Once again, find that connection. You can go ahead with Andrea and take hands under hips if you want. If not, you're going to bring your right leg to tabletop. You're going to extend it up to the sky, or you can keep doing regular bridges. You're going to lower that leg down, try not to drop the hip, and then you're going to pull it right back up. Now add the flexion of the foot as you lower, and then point to drag that right back up. We have 5 more. Exhale, squeeze, pull it up. Try not to arch in the back, and then squeeze up. Last 3. Pull that belly up and in. Find those glutes. 2 and up. Last 1. Hold it here. Bend. Take it down. Square the hips. Shoulders away from the ears. Left leg comes up. Extend. Here we go. Let's take it down and then pull it back up. Once again, add that flexion and point on that foot for a little extra. Keep that hip as high as the other one if you can. Last 3 on this side. Pull that belly up and in, squeeze that glute. Last 1. Up, bend, take it all the way down, and then lower yourself all the way down. All right, take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale, pull those knees into the chest. Shoulders are down and away from the ears as you curl right back up. We're going into crisscross here. So part of the series of 5, like I said, this is my little take on the mat, the March Madness. So we're here. I want you to take a big breath for me. Inhale. I want you to take your hands, if you can, behind the head. Cradle, make a little space to cradle yourself. Can you curl up half an inch higher? Don't lose that height. Right knee stays in, left leg goes out. Inhale, exhale, rotate first. Find that rotation. We're going to hold this rotation for just a minute. Can you keep those shoulder blades off the mat? And then switch to the other side. Find that rotation. All right, here we go. Let's move. We take it 2 and 2, 3, 3. Keeping those shoulder blades off. Pull that belly in. Keep those legs parallel. Good. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. And 8, and take that back. All right, we're going to go into scissor. I'm going to do the series of 5 scissor. If anybody here wants to do the mat scissor, they're more than welcome on the hands. Completely up to them. All right, we're going to take a big breath here. Inhale. I'm going to pull my knees into my chest. I'm imprinted again, and then I'm going to curl up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Take another big breath. Extend the legs up to the sky. You can grab behind the thigh, or you can grab behind the ankle. We're going to pull that right leg in. Hold. Drop that left leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Find a little pull here, and then we're going to switch. Find a little pull, and then let's move for 2 and 2. Make sure you're breathing. Keep those shoulders away. Good. The advanced version is what Andrea is doing behind me. Good. Last 2 sets. Last set. And then bring it in and take it down. All right. You can either straighten the legs out, grab behind the thighs. I'm going to do a roll up to come up. We're going to come back up to a seated. Inhale, exhale, chin to the chest, and come all the way up. We're going into a lovely spine twist here. So different modifications. I'm going to do a little twist on my spine twist. A little play on words here. All right, so here we go. You can do legs together. You can do bent knee if your hamstrings are tight. You can always put something up under your tailbone to lift you up a little bit here too. I'm going to open my legs a little bit wider than my hips. Think about where your heels are on the mat. Try not to let them shift. You want to keep your hips nice and anchored. I'm going to reach my arms the same width as my legs. Think of being stacked. Can you get ear over shoulder over hip? Pull that belly up and in, grow taller. Always do hands here. We're going to take a big breath here. Inhale. We're going to all rotate to the right first. We're going to rotate towards you at the camera. You're going to inhale. I'm going to pull my right elbow back and reach. Try not to lean into it. And then right back to center. Inhale, exhale to the left. And then exhale back to center. And then reach right. And then back to center. See if you can find that twist through that rib cage. Can you go taller in the middle? And then reach back to center. And then reach. Don't let those hips shift with you. We have 2 more sets. And then back. And then left. And then back. Last set. Anchor through those heels. Grow tall in the middle. Last one. And then back. And then close the legs if they weren't. We're going to do rollover. Now, this is a more difficult one. This is a little bit more of an advanced move here because it is an inversion. So if you need to go back to bridges, go back to the 100, know your modifications, know what feels best for your body. All right, rollover is actually one of my favorite moves. You'll probably hear me say that about 5 more times, but it is one of my absolute favorite moves. So I'm going to scoot up onto here, and then I'm going to roll all the way back down to the mat. So like I said, go back to what feels best for you here. There's 2 different ways you can come into this. The advanced is straight legs all the way out, or you can come in, bent knee, into that tabletop. I'll start the first one in tabletop just to warm up my low back. Arms are pressed down beside you. It's a lot of that upper body here. We're going to keep those legs glued together. We're going to take a big breath. Inhale. I want you to shoot the legs out to your 45. Exhale, slowly roll over. You're going to go over the head. If you want to tap the floor, you can tap the floor. Bring it back up to your lovely parallel there to the floor and slowly roll down, flexing those feet all the way down with control, 1 vertebra at a time, back down to your 45. You can bend the knees back or you can keep them straight. Lower the harder. We're going to do 2 more like that. Roll over, flex the feet, come back up and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Think of those wrists. Keep them nice and flat down, right? Keep pressing through those arms. Inhale, exhale. Last one like this. Roll over. Flex those feet. Glue those inner thighs together. Think of that length from the tailbone to the heels all the way out. Good. All right, we're here. We're going to take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale, roll it over. When you get it over, flex those feet, open those feet hip distance now, and roll that down 1 vertebra at a time all the way down. 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, legs are closed. As you roll it over, open them hip distance, press through the arms, find the length. Don't get those shoulders up to the ears. Keep that space between that ear and that shoulder. Last one, legs are closed. Inhale, exhale, roll it over. Open them up and then roll it all the way down and away. Good. And then bring those knees in, roll that around for just a second. All right, the next move we're going to go into is swan. We're going to do a couple little moves to build in to a swan and then move into swan diving if anybody wants to do that. All right, so we're going to roll over onto our bellies here. So you can come up or you can just roll it right over. So when you're on your belly here, I want you to make sure that you think about a little flame or something up underneath your belly button. I want you to think the whole time you're trying to pull your belly button up off the mat. Legs can be closed together or they can be open hip distance or even wider. I want you to focus on the top of your foot and your knee. Both are pointed straight down to the mat. So we're not internally or so we're not rotating that knee open or out. You're going to lay here first with your arms right down beside you in that bent elbow position. So the hands are right at the shoulders. Doesn't matter how wide. I want you to do what feels best for your body here. I want you to take a big breath for me. Inhale. All I want you to do first is exhale. Press the hip bones down just a little bit and think about pulling that belly button up. Lift that head so you're hovering off that mat. Shoulders are back and down and away. We're just going to do a nice little lift of the hands and the elbows, right? So inhale, exhale, make that little W, lift the arms up, and then tap the hands back down to the mat. Inhale, exhale, lift the arms up, and then tap them back down. Think about where the hands and the elbows are. Can you keep them in line? Can you think about the shoulder blades doing this work for you, not the neck? Last one, we're going to lift and then lower. Good. Give me a big breath here. Inhale, exhale. Think of pushing the tops of the feet down into the mat. Pull that belly up. Really find that activation through those glutes. Lift the arms back up. Can you lift the chest up half an inch now? And then lower that all back down. One more like that. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Pull the belly button up. Lift the arm, lift the chest. And then take it down. Now we're going to add on. We're going to take a big breath. Inhale, exhale, press the tops of the feet. Lift the arms, lift the chest. Reach the arms like you're swimming straight out in front of you. Circle around. Can you come up half an inch higher? Bend the elbows back in. Take that all back home. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift. Reach the arms. Circle around, come up higher, and then take it all back down. Squeeze those glutes. Try to keep those feet on the mat. We lift. We reach. We circle around, and then bend that back in. Last one. We lift. We reach. We circle around, and then we take it right back down. All right, now I do not care if your feet lift up during your swan. That's completely up to you. Honor your body here. Hands are right back by your side. Take a big breath. Make it a baby swan for me. Shoulders are back and down. Think of that little lift. Can you drag yourself as you lift that head up, straightening those arms just a little bit, and then exhale, belly button to the spine. Think it hits last as you lower that right back down. Now you can make it even bigger here if you want. We're going to lift it up for your swan. Pull it in, slide those shoulders back and down, and then exhale, belly button to the spine as you lower that back and down. Third and final one like this. So make it as big as you want. Take a big breath. Inhale, lift it up. Find it. Collarbone open, shoulders down and away. Exhale, belly button to the spine, get down. 3 swan rockings, if you so desire. Inhale, here we go. Lift it up for your swan. And then take it out. And then come right back up. 2. And then up. 1. And up. Woo. Sit back. Very much deserved shelf stretch after that. Round through that low spine as you sit back onto those heels. Good. And we're going to come up, and then we're just going to flip back over onto our back and then roll back down. Now, we're going to do a lovely jackknife. So here again, this is another inverted movement. So we're going up. Honor your body. If you need to go back to the hundreds, if you need to go back to the bridge, if you need to just do small reverse abs, you can, where you just lift up a little bit. Do what feels best for you. All right, here we go. Are y'all ready, ladies? I'm not sure I am. We're going to take a big breath here. Inhale. I'm going to come up to tabletop on this one. I'm going to press my arms down by my side. Shoulders are back and down. Take a big breath for me. Inhale, shoot those legs out to 45. We're going to exhale, roll it over. Good. Find the stability as you lift, squeeze those glutes, and then slowly roll that down 1 vertebra at a time with control. We have 3 more. We can do anything 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, roll it over. Squeeze, lift. Find that posterior chain. Find that glute connection. Roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. A lot of upper body. Find that stability. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, roll it over. Lift. Press through those arms. Shoulders away from the ears as you roll it all the way down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, over and lift. And then take it all the way down. Ooh, good job. We're going to roll to our right side. So roll over to your side. We're going to do sideline. Different variations here. I'm going to scoot down just a little bit. Different variations here. You can be up. You can be down. You can be advanced up here. I'm going to go right here today. So nice and straight line. I want you to first get nice and straight and stacked. So think ear, shoulder, and hip. And I want you to think about that underside before we move, right? So are your feet stacked and even, right? So they're not like this. You see how my top leg is shorter than my bottom leg? Really push that top hip away. Find that equal length, and then kick those feet to that front corner of the mat. So you just flex at the hip. Shoulders are back and down here and away. You can use this front hand as a kickstand. You can reach it up or to the hip. Take a big breath for me. You're just going to float that top leg up to hip height. This bottom leg, I want you to press it down into the mat. I want you to find that stability through that bottom leg. And all we're going to do is lift it up and lower it right back down. So point as you come up, flex as you come down, right? And as you're lifting and lowering, you're not shortening this top side. So if you had a drink of water right on that hip, it's not moving. 3, and flex down. 2, flex down. Last one, flex down, hold, point the toe, and start to drill small little circles. And once again, nice and stable little circles, just coming from that thigh bone and that hip socket, and then reverse those circles. Keep that length from that top hip. 3, 2, 1, pause, a little hot potato. So you're gonna come forward, tap in front, and then take that back. Now the harder is to make the rainbow bigger, but the goal in making that rainbow bigger is to not let that hip rock back and forth. So you're thinking rib cage is staying super stable. You're not flaring in that rib cage. Pull that belly up and in. Good, we have 4, back, 3, back. Use that breathing 2, back, last 1, and back. Close those legs together. Reach the bottom arm out. Palm can be down or up. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Bring those legs back just a little bit, not completely in line, but just back a little bit. If you want to challenge yourself, this arm can go straight up to the sky. We're going to take a big breath, inhale, exhale, lift those bottom legs up, and then lower them back down. Always keep the hand right in front of you as you lift and then lower. Pull that belly up and in as you lift and lower. Last 4 and lower. Exhale, 3 and lower. Exhale, 2. This side's always my harder side. 1 and then down. And then we're going to flip over to the other side. All right, so line up. Find your nice straight line here on that mat. So find where that top hip is the same in line with that bottom. So that leg is the same length. Shoulder, ear, hip, all of it is in alignment, and then take those front legs to that front corner. Pelvis is nice and neutral here too. Press that bottom foot into the mat as you lift that top leg up. You're going to point the toe as you kick it up, and then flex as you take it down. And once again, try not to sink down into the bottom of that mat as you go up and pull that foot back down. Try to keep that hip pointing straight up. So imagine those 2 headlights right in front of those hip bones, and you're not letting them move around. For 2. Last 1, come right back down, point, and then start to draw your little circles. Don't forget about that bottom leg. Are you still pressing it down into the mat? Good. For 4, 3, pull the belly in, 2, 1, reverse, and then relax those shoulders too. I always get tense in my shoulders. And here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, and now our little hot potato. So take it front and then take it back. Take it front, take it back. Pull that belly up and in. Now you can make that rainbow bigger. Just try to keep that rib cage from popping in and out, right? So we want to keep the upper body super stable. Wouldn't even know we were moving if we put a wall up at our hip. And we have 4, back, 3, back, 2, last 1, and then take it home. Bottom arm goes down. Here we go. You can reach this one up to the sky or stay right where you are. You're going to take a big breath, squeeze those inner thighs as you lift both legs and take it down. And we lift and we lower. And we lift and lower. Last 3, lift and lower. Shoulders away, lift and lower. Last 1, lift and lower. And then we're just going to roll straight onto our belly on this side. Single leg kick is our next move. So I love the little saying, tight seat, loose feet, right? So this is a hard one. Take the upper body down if you need to, keep the head down, right? So watch that back. Try not to arch, try not to use your back more so than anything else in here. I'm going to open up my arms and I'm going to do hands. You can always do fist, right? I'm going to take right here in line, shoulders back and down. Quickly though, I don't want you to drop here, right? So that's not what I want. I want you to stay lifted up and out the whole time. And we're going to kick those legs. We're going to try to hover the thighs first, and then we're going to kick. When you hover, I don't want you to drop that belly button down to the mat. So I want you to really think about more of the hip bones and the pubic bone. All right, we're going to start with just the hover. Shoulders are back and down, lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a big breath for me. Inhale, exhale, just float that right thigh off the mat for me, and then drop it right back down. Inhale, exhale, just float the left, and then drop it down. We're going to do that one more time. Float the right, and then down, float the left, and then down. If that's good for you, hold there. If not, we're going to add on. Pull the belly up and in. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears, float the right, flex the foot. You're going to kick, straighten it out, lower it right back down. Lift the left, flex the foot, kick, straighten, and down. If you need anything, you can modification, you can look at Andrea over here. She has her head down. I think Val might too. Back here, look and follow them. Kick, and then lower. 2 more sets. Right, flex, kick, lower, down. A lot of glute work here, a lot of posterior chain. Pull that belly up and in. Last set. Right, flex, kick, lower and down. Left, float, flex, kick, lower and down. All right, on our bellies still, we're going to go into another lovely one called the swimming. So we're going to start with a little prep on this one too. So I want you to reach your arms up, open your legs. You can keep them, open your legs wider or narrower. I like my arms really wide on this. I have a little bit of shoulder issues, so I do like my arms more wide than narrow. Andrea keeps hers a little bit more narrow, so you can watch that too. So pay attention there. Shoulders are back and down here. I want you to think about where the hip bones and the belly button is again. Take a big breath for me. You can just rest the head down or you can hover the head. What feels best for your neck here? All we're going to do first is lift the right arm and the left leg. Try to keep the hip bones down though, and then lower that right back down. And then lift the left arm and the right leg, and then lower that down. Are you keeping the shoulders away from the ears as you lift? Lift the right and the left, and then lower. So you're alternating arm and leg. Lift the left arm, right leg. Find that glute, find that butt thigh connection to lift. We're trying to keep the knees straight in this. Last set like this, left arm, right leg. Good, now we're gonna try to lift both arms and legs. Once again, try to keep that belly pulling up off that mat. Inhale, exhale, lift both. Tap them both back down. Exhale, lift both. Tap them both back down. Last one, lift both and then down. All right, we're gonna go into full swimming or stay there. Take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale, lift both. Float that chest for me if you can. Pull those shoulders down and start to swim. You're kicking, you're keeping your knees straight. You're pulling your belly up, you're breathing. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lengthen through the crown of the head and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and take it down. Sit back for one more shell stretch. Round through as you sit back, reach those arms, really find that stretch. And then we're going to come all the way back up. Good. Feet back this way. We're going to have a seat. So let's counter that a little bit. All that extension work with a little bit of neck pull. Yay. All right. So on the neck pull, you do not have to, it's just like a roll up. We're going to come all the way back up again. So if you struggled with that or it was a little bit more difficult for you today, we all go through different seasons of our life. So some days it's not easy. So if it was not easy today, then do your rollbacks or just do the flat back hinge and come right back up. Bend the knees, keep the legs straight. Find your modification for this. We're only going to do 4 of these. All right, so here we go. We're going to sit up nice and tall for me. Shoulders are back and down. Glue the legs together or keep the knees bent, hands behind your head. Shoulders are back and down and away. The goal here is to not flare in that rib cage. Pull that rib cage in and down. Everybody take a big breath, inhale, and then just hinge back. That's all we're gonna do for right now. And then sit right back up nice and tall. One more time, hinge back. Nice flat back, don't arch in the back and come back up. Good. Stay there if that feels good for you. If not, we're going to go all the way into the full. Take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale, hinge back. Slowly tuck, round back now, all the way down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. You're going to hit the bottom, the elbows open wide. All right, y'all ready? Take a big breath. Inhale, close the elbows, exhale, come all the way up, keep the heels ground, elbows to knees, pulse, 1, 2, 3, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, hinge back, exhale, pull that belly in, start to tuck, round back, 1 vertebra at a time with control, open those elbows out. Inhale, close the elbows and roll it up. Keep those heels down, elbows to knees. 1, 2, 3, and then sit up nice and tall. Good. Last 2, hinge, tuck, round, all the way down. Open the elbows up there. Find that stretch. Inhale. Here we go. Close the elbows. So roll up. Woo, and up. All right, I can do the 4th one. All right, here we go. We're gonna hinge back, find that flat back. Round, take it all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time. Open it up here, give me a big breath. Inhale, ready? Close, come up, and then pulse. 1, 2, 3, and then sit up nice and tall. Woo! All right, here we go, teaser. More, and more. Roll it all the way down. We're gonna do the full teaser. You do not have to do what we call the full teaser. You can keep your knees bent. I might be in bent knee. We'll see in a minute. You never know, right? But the teaser, you never know what the day is. So arms are going to be down beside you. You can always reach the arms up and use the momentum of the arms to sweep yourself up too. That's always a good modification. I do that a lot of times for myself. You can always try to stay up and just do part teasers, 1 and 2. We're going to take a big breath here. Inhale. All I want you to do is think arms down by the side. Pull that collarbone open, shoulders back and down. Squeeze. Take a big breath. Here we go. Lift both. Nose with toes. Lift, lift, lift. Find that tug. Pull that belly in. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. And then slowly, nose with toes. Take it all the way back down and away. Arms go down to the side. Like I said, you can sweep the arms. I'll do that one. Inhale, exhale. You can sweep the arms up. Kind of helps you, gives you a little bit of momentum. Palms down, shoulders back and down. Find that. You can always stay here. You can do bent knee. I'll do bent knee. Go ahead, ladies, all the way down. One at a time. You can keep the knees in tabletop. Inhale and then exhale. Come all the way back up. Shoulders back and down. Good. And then take it right back down. Last one. All right, I'm going to challenge y'all. Inhale, exhale, reach it up. Find your teaser, shoulders down, pull the belly in. I'm going to straighten my legs. Are we ready? Can we lower 1/2 inch? Exhale, can we pull it back up? 2 more, lower, pull it back up. Last one, lower, pull it up. Woo! Grab those legs and take a stretch. Hip circles are next. While they're stretching, I'm going to take a second on that. Hip circles is once again another I say humbling. It is a humbling, and I will tell y'all, I have personally been doing Pilates for 25 years now, I guess. And I started with mat. I did mat for 5 or 6 years before I even touched an apparatus. And hip circles has always been a struggle. I am going to go down to my forearms. I have chosen Andrea to stay up on her arms. Megan might be sitting up on her arms too. Yeah. So Patty and I don't know what Val's doing. Patty and I are going to our forearms though. We're the smart ones. All right, so here you are. You can be on your forearms. The goal with hip circles is not to slouch here, right? So once again, find and don't lock out your elbows if you're up, right? Shoulders back and down, push up, but don't flare in that rib cage. Find that upper body connection. Press into the floor. Collarbone open. You can do this bent knee. I think, Patty, are you going to do a bent knee or are you doing a straight leg? Straight. Okay. I'm going to do straight and bent, right? So our shoulders are back and down. All you want to do first is see how far you can get those legs into you without collapsing. Good. Inhale. And we're going to go to the right first. We're going to drop it down. That left hip lifts up as you sweep it down around. Don't collapse. Come in. And then we inhale to the other side. Drop it down and around. Press up and out as you exhale. Come in. All right. Now you can always do this with the knees. Just think draw with your knees, right? Keep pulling the belly in. Keep pressing up and out. The hips do lift. Find that control. It's a good little massage through that low spine too. And then around and up. We have one more set. Last set. and then take a break. Good job. We're going to come to our knees now for the kneeling side series. So up to the knees in the middle of your mat. The knees are hip distance apart. Good. Shoulder, I'm trying to not lucky. Shoulders are back and down here. I want you to take your arms out to a T. Collarbone nice and open, and you're nice and neutral through that pelvis. Good. We're all going to go teeter-totter to the right first. And I don't y'all like my term teeter-totter. So we're going to teeter-totter a couple times to the right first, right? So take a big breath for me. Inhale. It's that little pause that gets you. So go over, try to float that leg. Find that, reach that leg out, hold. Inhale, you ready? We're going to bring ourselves back up. Inhale, exhale, bend, come back up, find that stability, then come right back up. Good, 2 more times like that. Inhale, exhale, float it, reach. Pull that rib cage in. You're nice and stacked here. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way back up. Last one. Inhale, exhale, teeter-totter over. Hold there. Good. Now press up and out of that bottom. This arm can stay here to the hip, behind the head. I'm going to take mine to my hip. This leg, try to get it as high as you can. We're going to tap and then squeeze, lift. You can flex or point. I'm okay with whichever feels best for your body right now. Pull the belly in. Don't arch in that low back. Keep the length out of the crown of the head. Think of me pulling you out of your toes. Last 2. Last one, hold. Here's the hard one. You ready? We're going to point forward, and then we're going to flex and kick back, and then we're going to point forward, and then we're going to flex and kick back. Try not to rock through that upper body. That's the hard part. Keep that rib cage in and down. I know, right? Last 3. Squeeze that booty to go back. Last 2. Press up and out of that bottom arm. Last one here. All right. Reach that arm up if it's not up. Here you go. Inhale, exhale, all the way back up. To the other side. Inhale, exhale, teeter-totter. We have 2 teeter-totters, or did we do 3? I don't remember how we did. Inhale. See, once again, Pilates instructors, we don't know how to count. See, no one in here knows how to count either. Inhale, exhale, take it over. Reach that arm up. And then come all the way back up. Last one. Good. Hold there, either up here to the hip or behind the head. Are you ready? We're going to tap it down, squeeze, lift. Can you pull that rib cage in? Can you find that rib to hip connection? Can you find that core? Can you find that glutes? Don't arch in the back. Pull the belly up and in. Pull the shoulders down and away. See, I just had to fix mine. Last 2. Last 1. Here we go for the kick. Kick forward and then take it back. Point forward, flex, take it back. Find that stability in that bottom arm. Reach it back. Find that glute for 3. Exhale back. And 2. Exhale back. Last 1. Exhale back. Woo. And then take it down. Arm up. Ready? Find the balance. Woo. Round it back, sit back. All right, our next move is seal. It's another rolling one. So if you don't really quite get the little nuances of seal, go back to rolling like a ball or just doing your roll ups and downs. So with seal, I want you to have a seat up nice and tall. You're going to take your arms, you're going to thread them under, and you're going to grab your feet. You can grab up wide, up higher if you need to. If you can get to your feet and cradle your heels a little bit, that is what I would prefer. But like I said, you can always do wide if you need to. Find that balance on your sits bones. Squeeze those heels together. Shoulders are back and down and away, but you're rounded. Find that scoop. All we're going to do is balance here for a second. You're going to tuck that head, pull the belly in. Can you just click your heels for me as you're sitting here? Good. So remember that little click of the heels. Pull the belly up and in. You're nice and evenly weighted on both hips. Good. We're going to stop with the click of the heels, shoulders down. We're going to roll, no clicking yet. Shoulders down. Here we go. Roll it back. And then come right back up. Balance. And then back. Exhale, belly in, balance. Megan's doing good, not rolling off anything up there. Last 2, and then we're going to add a click. And then up. Last 1. Ready? Come up, click twice. Click, click the heels, take it back. Click, click the heels, and then up. Click, click the heels, take it back. You don't have to add the click if you don't want to. You can just keep rolling. Love rolling. Feels so good on the spine. Last 1. Click, click, take it back. And then pause, hold, and then take it down and relax. All right, we're gonna finish it out. Our last move, side bend. Side bend, and then we're gonna add a twist to it. You do not, again, have to add the twist on it. We're gonna see how that goes today. All right, so we're gonna start here. Right hand down onto the mat. And the feet are opened up. I don't really know what you call this little feet position. I always adjust after the first one too, because usually when I come up and then I have to adjust my feet again. Reach this arm out, or you don't have to. Find what feels comfortable for your shoulder. It's really this bottom hand. Really find that push up and out of that bottom shoulder. You're gonna find a lot of inner thigh here. You're gonna take a big breath, inhale, reach, press up, squeeze. Hold it there, right? Find this lovely little side plank. Can you lift that bottom hip even higher? Good, and then take it all the way back down, have a seat. And readjust if need be. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Find it, reach up, and then take it right back down. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift. And then take it right back down. All right, you ready? You can keep that there. We're gonna add 3 twists. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift. Find your side bend here. Shoulders back and down. You ready? You're gonna think twist, reach for that heel. And then come right back up. Woo, I'm gonna lose it coming back up. And then reach, and then come right back up. Try to get those hips up into the air. Reach. And then come right back up. And then take it all the way down. Oh, and then to the other side. I am coming back up. All right, so feet again in that same position. Find that bottom arm. Right arm here or up to the sky. Big breath, inhale. Find that bottom arm, that stability as you come up, squeeze. Oh, I'm gonna lose it there. And then take it all the way back and down. Inhale, exhale, come up, squeeze. And then take it right back down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, squeeze those inner thighs, find the glutes, lift that hip. And then take it back down. All right, here we go. Inhale, exhale, come up, lift. Find that side bend first. Big breath, inhale, exhale, here we go. Rotate, twist, reach. And then come right back up. And then twist, rotate. And then come right back up. Last one, twist and rotate. And then come up. Take it all the way down. And you made it through our March Madness. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to all of y'all for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.
You'll have the recording.
Yes.
Even if you join live, you'll have the recording in your account. So you do it
So
again.
go do it again. Keep practicing it over and over. It never gets old. Thank you. Have a good one.